So we are recording this from the high atop, the corporate headquarters of Castinetti Realty Group.
We are.
And outside is
shed.
It's a shed. It's
beautiful.
It's an accessory dwelling unit in some towns.
ADU, baby. No one's living in there except for food, but
what the heck are you doing out there?
So first of all, Central Mass Pet Pantry says thank you. We started with our tiny little shed, our little pantry, and everybody laughed saying, did you really think that was going to be sufficient? And in my mind, I was like, this is going to be great. A weekend, we said, absolutely no way. This is not working. This pantry cannot be filled enough. So lo and behold, is our gorgeous 8x12 shed in Castinetti colors, built and filled to literally, have you been in there? You were in there the other day.
Yeah.
Filled to the brim with cat, dog, gerbil, hamster, rabbit food, you name it.
So what the heck are you doing out there? And I want you to compare and contrast it to a food pantry.
Yes.
Which this is kind of a tangent.
Yeah. So obviously the food pantry is a completely separate thing, and you can't keep those stocked. We didn't realize the desperation in people needing dog and cat food primarily. So, we were lucky enough to get a crazy huge donation a few weeks ago to literally fill that entire shed that should last us a solid month or two.
Yeah. No, but
solid
that's amazing.
Right.
You fill this massive, biggest shed on the face of the earth shed, and it's going to last a month or two.
Yeah. So, we didn't expect, the news traveled very fast with this. And honestly, obviously it's, a blessing to so many, but we have people coming in and out of here multiple times a day. We are going to switch to pantry hours. It's a little more controlled. But so many people want to donate. We've had unbelievable amount of donations. And, the messages I get of people that are just so thankful because they couldn't afford dog or cat food, or, people are fostering, and, the animal shelters that we're supporting and rescues. And, it's a true blessing in the community. And, thanks to you guys, we are now open in Southborough.
Southborough too.
Southborough Pet Pantry, number 2.
Sue Gordon gets the nod there. She did all the legwork to set that up.
Which is awesome. And, there's people from every community, that are coming to Shrewsbury. So now if we can branch out, which is the goal, we can service so many more people that need it.
It's amazing to me to leave the office. We're actually in an office building.
Yep.
Although it looks like a house. To leave the office at night.
Yep.
And see people rummaging through the pet pantry.
Yeah.
And that sounds negative, and it's not.
Yeah.
They're looking for what they need for their pet.
Right.
And frankly, when I go by, it's a little sheepish. Hello.
Right.
And it's like, hi guys, because this is why you've done this.
Right. This is reality.
Serve that need.
Right. This is reality. This is a no judgment zone. I don't care, if you're helping your neighbor. I want this to benefit these animals that are in need. I don't want animals to ever go without. That I would go without, before Brody and Tucker went without. And I know so many people feel the same way. We help homeless people with animals. People judge all the time. The guy's homeless. Why does he have an animal? Because you know what? The therapy that animals provide is next to, a regular therapist cannot help the way that an animal can help certain people. So, we want to provide the service, and I'm psyched that it's taken off the way that it did. We have so many volunteers. People are just excited about it. I love when little kids come and fill the pantry, and, it's just, I think it's a teachable moment too, especially for kids, to show compassion, giving back to others. And,
right.
The messages I get are truly what motivates me. I don't share all of them, but, people in tears, I haven't been able to feed my cat, whatever it needs for, it's truly one of the best things that I've done in a long time.
I remember living in Florida.
Yeah.
And hurricanes.
Yeah.
And people having to make a decision.
I can't.
To leave Florida, leave their home.
Yep.
And they leave their pet behind.
I can't.
And, I got to tell you, I was never in that situation.
Right.
I can't conceive of leaving your pet behind.
Never.
The dog, I'm a dog person. The dog would be sitting on my lap.
Oh, the dog would be on my back if I had to walk.
Let them stop me.
Exactly. I could never. I feel bad leaving the house when I'm looking at the dogs in the window as I'm going to work. I can't ever imagine having to make that decision. I also can't imagine, look at the state of our economy.
Yep.
Food is tight for families, and obviously animals are usually come second, over kids. And I hear all the time, and this is what prompted it was, these parents are feeding like their dogs like rice and stuff like that. That's affordable because they can't afford dog food. Like that kills me. So if we have the reach, we have the network, we have the connections, why don't we use them?
So in Southborough, where Sue Gordon has set up this pet pantry.
Yep.
We've got on the side of her garage a donation box.
Love it.
Okay, because the pet pantry itself is located at a church on Common.
Yep.
And it's open 6 to 7 on Thursdays and 9 to 10 on Fridays.
Okay.
So we are taking food from the Central Mass pet pantry.
Yep.
And running it over there and stocking it. And, we've started to let people know,
yep.
Facebook posts and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And now we've got people saying, well, can we have Amazon delivered to your house?
Love it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, please.
So many people, and you'll notice this more and more when you do it, so many people want to get involved. They don't always know how. So for all of our charitable efforts, we always make it accessible to everybody. I don't care if you can't donate financially, share a post, show up, do whatever.
So the Southborough Pet Pantry has rules on who can take advantage.
Okay.
It's Southborough residents and members of their 5 churches in town.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not anyone.
Yep.
How about the pet pantry out back here?
No rules.
No rules.
No. If you're in need, help.
But you told me I had to keep the door locked.
Well, so yes, we have to have structure because
right.
I also don't, from a safety point of view, unfortunately, there are people that don't always have the best intentions. I can't have someone just coming in and what if they did something to the food or, it's
right.
just, it needs to be a safe thing too. And I need to make sure we are providing, safe quality products to these dogs, cats, gerbils, birds, whatever.
There's another agent here that I want to at least call out, and that's Nick Panarelli.
Yep.
He has spent.
Thank God for Nick.
He has spent hours.
Yes.
Out there, moving food around.
Yep.
Painting.
Yes.
I didn't see you with a paintbrush.
Oh, really?
For very long.
No. Okay. I did paint for a little bit. We ran out of paint. Unfortunately, I was not upset about that Sunday morning.
We're getting pictures of Andrea holding a brush. Nick is covered in paint. And Andrea's holding a brush.
My manicure was intact. But that's the point. We love when people step up, and someone like Nick has been selfless every day. What do you need me to do? And you need that because I can't do it all alone.
Yep. I
can't do it without, our agents and our team helping. And then we always have our core volunteers. And then we have all of these people coming out of the woodwork. I put a post up today saying, who wants to help bag, dog treats and
right.
label and deliver. And it's cute. Like Girl Scout troops are going to come out. So it's
great.
it's just a great way to bring the community together for the greater good of others or animals. And, that's our mission.
So I called out Nick. Anyone else you would call out?
I mean, obviously.
There's a guy, Dean.
Yeah, thanks, Dean, of course. Dean and his team building the shed in a day and a half. As I
Amazing.
cracked the whip. I cracked the whip as the GC. I said, listen, guys.
It's pouring down rain and they're out there putting it
rain
together.
Rain or shine, we got things to do. Dean and his team, of course. Dean always steps up in any way to help. You and Sue for taking the reins in Southborough. Doreen Maynard, she runs the Central Mass Kibble Kitchen, which is a 501c3. She said, listen, I can't devote all my time to it. Do you guys want to merge? So now we are with Central Mass Kibble Kitchen as well. So we are a registered 501c3. So all of your donations are tax deductible. And then we're just looking to grow in so many different areas. And stay tuned because we are getting a donation of 1,600 pounds of food in the next few weeks. So we will be delivering.
Tell me about the food. Is it 111 Chop House got
exactly,
some left over.
We wish it was steaks. So those would be just like with Second Chance Animal Services. They brought us into their donation where they had 32 pallets of food, which was a production that I have truly never seen. Carl Savini, we rented a U-Haul. He went, picked it up. We're sweating, lugging, but it's a labor of love.
Well, thank you for everything you do in that space.
Thanks. Appreciate it.